welcome everybody. I hope you're having a great day so far, and thank you for joining me for this tarot read today. Let's see. So when I was going over my cards before this read, I kept getting like intuition, third eye intuition. There's like some kind of psychic connection here. We might be talking about your guys' intuition in this read too. I want to see how this comes out. I got pulled to the 7 energies deck. So there's a message that needs to come forward. It does have to do with intuition. Some sort of deep sense of knowing. We have a bunch of cards that wanted to pop out here. So let's get going. Let's see what we have. So we have ears wide open. Wish upon a star. Time machine. Let go. You know, this is like something was too good to be true. This is like looking back into the past. I just like seeing red flags, but you saw them at the time. Somebody saw them at the time, but they didn't want to see them. I feel like they closed themselves off. This is where the ears wide open comes in. It's like closing themselves off to something that their intuition was telling them about the past, about something seeming too good to be true. But it was because they wanted it like genuinely with all their heart. They wanted something to work. They wanted something to be a certain way. So they didn't want to see that possibly that's not what the reality was. I feel like regret someone feels silly. Somebody's sort of looking back like hindsight 2020 and like can't seem to stop doing it, can't seem to stop sort of beating themselves up about some sort of a mistake. And that is why we have the let it go card. And it's like being kind to yourself. It's like being kind to yourself. Nobody's perfect. Shit happens. There's nothing wrong with wanting something to work. We do have endless possibilities here too. I have the number 1 in my mind, so one more card, but we had 2 that popped out, so we'll grab these 2 and see what they say. We have Grand Symphony and Willing Release. Well, there's definitely a need to release. There's a need to release a feeling of regret here. So I feel like somebody's just beating themselves up. Somebody's beating themselves up about something that happened in the past. They're like, I should have saw it. I should have saw it coming. There were red flags. Now that I look back, I see those red flags. I kind of felt something was wrong, but I didn't want to admit it to myself. We do have the King of Swords sitting there on the Strength card. And this is like this hindsight is 2020. This is like looking back and being able to see things very clearly. But like I said, there was intuition involved in too. And like somebody felt something, somebody saw red flags. They felt like something was amiss, but they just didn't want to admit it at the time. They just wanted they wanted this grand symphony so much. It's like they wanted it with all their heart, like a wish come true. We do have this 8 of Cups. This 8 of Cups is also this encouragement for this willing release, this let it go, to be able to walk away from the past, to forgive yourself for maybe not trusting your intuition at the time, being able to sort of move forward, finding that strength to move forward, finding that empowerment, and then too recognizing that your intuition is very strong. Because I feel like we're looking at this in the wrong way. I feel like we're looking at it like, you know, I ignored it. I ignored my intuition. Why didn't I listen to myself? We're beating up on ourselves when we should be being like, hey, our intuition's pretty fucking sharp. Like, this is something to be listening to in the future. We should be proud that our intuition was that strong, that it knew what was going on. Whether we acted on it or not, I feel like it's kind of besides the point. I feel like we need to be proud of our intuition for being able to tell us what was going on. And we do have the Lovers card there, so I feel like this does have to do with a romantic relationship in some way, shape, or form. Probably from the past is the vibe that I get from these cards. The Emperor. How does the Emperor fit in? That Emperor. And I do feel that Emperor is someone. So is the 9 of Pentacles. I don't feel your energy within them though. These are separate energies. There might have been an affair that happened in this relationship. And that might have been what your intuition was talking about. That might have been what your intuition was leading you to believe. I definitely see moving on, moving forward. Physically moving, I feel like, is definitely part of your journey as well, moving homes, moving residences. But we're still dealing with all of this from the past. We're still dealing with the why didn't I just listen to what my intuition was telling me? You just keep beating yourself up. You just keep going around in the circle beating yourself up, and you don't need to. Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to believe that something is beautiful and something is good because you want it to be that way. There is nothing wrong with that. I feel like you're definitely struggling with that. That's something that who this read is for, and this might not resonate with all of you guys, but the person that it does resonate for, the ones that this message is meant for, it resonates extremely strongly, and you need to not beat yourself up about that. You need to be kind and loving to yourself, and sort of like release those feelings of guilt, release those feelings of possibly even feeling like foolish, like why didn't I see that? And it was because you move through life with honesty and integrity too. It's because you value sort of those traditional values that go with, a bond with another person, being honest, building a deep emotional connection, that fidelity. These are things that you valued, and I feel like they presented themselves as they valued it too, and you wanted to trust that. Like, this was somebody that you cared very deeply for. But you are having a hard time moving forward. You're having a hard time moving past this. We do have the Wheel of Fortune card here. This Wheel of Fortune card, it's all about choice. And it is about you moving forward. It is tied into this Endless Possibilities card. It's tied into a new journey. And if you're able to sort of dig deep and be able to release the past, accept the past, release the past, learn from it, and trust your intuition going forward in the future. I feel like this is going to be where your Wheel of Fortune starts turning. This is going to be where healing comes about. This is going to be where we're going to be able to start moving forward, possibly when you're ready, meeting somebody new and embracing that relationship without bringing forward this crap from the past. This is like, you're in control of this Wheel of Fortune card. It's kind of like in your time, when you're ready to release, when you're ready to move forward, and you're ready to let go, things will start to change in different aspects of your life. You're going to be able to find sort of that inner peace that I feel is lacking right now, because this sort of keeps spinning in your mind. Like, why didn't I trust it? Why didn't I trust myself? And that Fool card, again, is like a new perspective. We need to be looking at this in a new light. We need to be celebrating our intuition, celebrating how sharp it is, celebrating sort of that psychic gift of knowing, and then trusting it and embracing it in the future and growing it. Like, if it was that powerful that it told you this was going on, like, you do have this deep sense of knowing of what's going on around you and with the relationships and with people around you too. This is an ability to be nurtured. This is an ability to be celebrated. And this is something that can help to guide you moving forward too. The more you listen to it, the stronger it's going to get, the more you're going to develop it. And it will help you in moving forward, in making choices, in moving in a way that's going to bring you that inner happiness, right? Then we have that endless possibilities, because we're opening ourselves up to the future. We are no longer letting the past hold us back, or emotions from the past. Feel like this is big for you. You need to stop beating yourself up, guys. As I feel it in the cards, they keep coming forward with the same message over and over again, like, stop beating yourself up, stop beating yourself up. Like, you're a good person. There's nothing wrong with wanting something to work. And like, just trust your intuition. Trust your intuition moving forward in the future. It is going to help you nurture that. This is part of your Empress energy. This is part of your life journey in developing this gift, this deep spiritual connection with the universe, with spirit, with a higher power, with everything around you. It will help to guide you to happiness, guys. All right, I hope that you enjoyed the read. Thank you guys very much for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.